Hello and welcome to the Dutchman in San Marcos. I am the DISM and we turn junk into guitars. So let's get going. Hello! So this week, you might have noticed I've got a different hat on. This is a friend gave me some merch from his company here in San Marcos, and so I thought I would wear it. As you can see, this is a shirt, this is the front. He has a real estate service and a house management service. If you're needing those kind of services, look them up. HM, and they can help you out. The person that gave it to me was, I remember I repaired a bass, Jesse, and tell Jesse that Stevie Ray sent you, if you do call him and looking for that. So just thought I'd plug some of the merch he gave me for free. He didn't pay me to advertise. I just did it because he gave me a free hat and shirt. So let's get going. Okay, here we are working on the BHB, the beer can hockey stick bass. And when I last left you, we were talking about tuners. I did pick out these tuners. They're not the best. I might have to tweak them a little bit, but they work. So these will be the tuners. And so I was thinking about where to hook the strings up, which will be down here. And so I'm actually going to mount a puck like that, not the puck, and then the strings, it'll have a bridge, and the strings will come down through here because there'll just be two of them. So we have to cut something that looks like a puck for down here, and I wanted to make it hardwood so it's got a really good connection to this, and I wanted it kind of thick enough, and as you can see, this piece of wood is perfect, and it's got enough girth so I can trace the puck. I'll trace the puck and then cut that out and paint it black, and then mount it after I cut that out, mount it down here just like that, so I can run my strings through, coming around the top, and that'll be a good solid bass, because bass strings have pretty good tension, so that'll be a good solid base to hold it. So that'll be that piece. Then up here, let me see if I can balance that. I don't think so. Anyways, we'll drop it down. Up here, so you can see that, I wanted to kind of use that same puck concept back behind here, like this. So then the zero fret will be right here. So let me get my. So after remember I got this big piece. This is just a little sample piece of cutting frets. So that'll come up here, and I'll have the puck back here, just like that. And then the strings will come over, and the tuner will be sticking out here. The only thing I'll have to do is get a thinner piece for the puck, because these won't go through, as you can see. If I tried putting this through the wood, you can see there won't be any real estate on either side. So I need a thinner piece of wood for up here, round like a puck. I'm still going to mount it like this. like it's a puck up there, but the width of it has to be narrower so that this would go through it. Right now it wouldn't, so that would make it closer like that. So I think I'll have enough room. So these once it's mounted, it'll look like that. So I gotta come up with a piece of wood, and I think I've got a thin enough piece. I'll have to cut this out. I'm thinking I've got these panels in here, and this wood. Can you see that? No, it's back there. So it's pretty heavy duty. This is a panel, as you can see, a raised panel, but it's thin, and so I got to cut this apart. See if I can get one of these panels out, because this piece here isn't wide enough. But I might be able to cut it out of this panel, which would be thinner. So we'll cut that apart, and I'll come back to you. We can plan on that. So okay, so let's cut this panel out. I'm thinking if I just cut down this joint, it was a joint right there. Almost there. Hopefully it's not glued in and it'll slide right off. Usually on these raised panels they don't use glue, but we'll see. We'll see when I get it cut. Almost there. Well, let me get back to you. It's not going to come off that easy, so I might try cutting it with my big saw, and that gets kind of noisy, so let me get back to you. Well, I got it off, but they glued it all, as you can see right here. Right here they glued it. I was able to pry it off because it was thin, but they used glue on it, which a lot of times they don't. They leave them floating. So as you can see it, I had to break the piece. I cut it. It's still a good piece of oak, but as you can see, they put glue on it. They nailed it. But yeah, they glued it up. So this is the piece of wood. As you can see, this is the piece of wood I'm after. Is this piece here, because it gets thick here, and I can cut one out of there, and then it's not too thick. So I'm gonna have to break out the skill saw and cut me my piece. You can see I got it a little bit with the other one. I kind of chopped down there, but I'll do that and get back with you. Hopefully I'll have these two puck things cut out. But when you're building this stuff from junk, I'm using old pieces of wood. I don't have a planer, so I can't plane a nice, just buy a piece of wood and plane it down. I kind of got to look for my material as I can find it and repurpose it from other pieces. And when they built this was probably a high school kid, so they didn't build it with floating panels. They glued it in. That's probably why they threw it out, because the teacher said, oh, those panels need to be floating, otherwise things will split. So we'll get back to you next week on that, but as you can see, we're moving forward, and the Summer Splash, they didn't make the little ukuleles, but the kids had a great time. I ran sound, because I run sound there, so was able to crank up the band, and then the guy I fixed the bass for, his son played as well, and he's having trouble with his little bass, so maybe we'll bring that to you next week of fixing his bass, fixing the intonation on it. I checked it a little bit and it needed to be intonated. So we'll have those coming up, and we'll have more progress on the BHB, and we'll go from there. So have a great week. Like I said, I try to keep these a little shorter. If I get this cut out, which I'll probably do after I turn this off, I'll cut it out. I'll bring it back and give you a few shots of that. So, all right, we'll see you next week. Be sure to subscribe, tell your friends, and I'd just like to thank Jesse for the swag tonight. And so if you get a chance, or if you're looking for that stuff in San Marcos, any kind of real estate needs, give H&M, the home management, a call, and they should be able to help you out. I'm sure you can look them up on the website. So have a great week. Bye now. All right, made some progress. As you can see, I had to open the garage door to get the skill saw out, so there's a little bit more light back there. But I got it out. As you can see, this was the top part. See, that wasn't glued, but it was glued on the other pieces. And then I just chopped it right out. I didn't try to save it. But as you can see, the thickness of this is what I want, because I'll cut that puck right out. Because when you put this up to there, you can see it's got enough room. So this is the perfect piece. So we'll mark our puck. We'll mark our puck on here. So that'll be our puck on that one. And we'll mark this one. This is just about the perfect size. And I really like this one. You can see it's kind of light. I really like this one because it's a real hard wood. I don't know. You can hear it. It's a real hard wood. It's going to be a great base to run those strings through. And it's thick, and it's as thick as a puck. So this will look more like the realistic puck. This puck will be behind, but I'll split it. So that'll be behind like that. And maybe I'll just leave it straight. I'm not sure what I'm going to do on it yet, but so I got to cut those two pieces out, and we'll get back with you. All right, there we go. Got it cut out. There's my puck. It won't look like a puck until I paint it black, but as you can see, I just traced that on there, and boom, puck time. So this one is going to go just like that. Just like that. And then, as you can see, these will come through right there on the back side. Probably right there. And right there. Oh, can't see that. Right here, which looks like I'll have enough real estate. And right there. But it'll be on this side. It'll be on this side. So that'll be the headstock with the two strings coming down here. So I'm going to leave the tape, but I'm going to have to cut this part here to glue it. To glue it on there. So they'll still look like the hockey. It'll look like a hockey puck sitting up there. It's a little thinner to fit the machine, but as you can see, there's the thickness of a hockey puck, and there's the thickness of this. So it's almost about half the size. So yeah. So that'll be next, and then I still got to cut this one out, and this one here will be down here, right down there. The whole thing just glued on there. So that'll do it for this week. Be sure to subscribe and follow the progress of the BHB. Don't forget about H&M. I'm glad to be able to throw it out there on the airways of their company. Jesse is a really good bass player, and I guess he's really good at managing properties. So give him a call in San Marcos here, and have a great week.